Bud Light's pathetic new ad campaign.
Mr. Reagan.
So you guys will remember that recently Budweiser, in response to the Dylan Mulvaney fiasco, dropped a very patriotic themed ad, The Spirit of America, or something like that. Anyway, everybody laughed at this. It was an obvious, desperate attempt at damage control. I put out a parody of this ad, which was relatively well received.
Hi there, my name is Prancer. I identify as a reindeer. This ad is what we call damage control.
I got almost 1 million views on that. Well, now Bud Light is out with a new campaign, and it's also laughably pathetic. And it's not pathetic in the quality of the ad campaign. I think the concept and the main TV ad that the campaign is based around, I think they're both actually pretty good. But the problem is that they're just basically pretending that the Dylan Mulvaney thing never happened. They're trying to just move on when nobody else wants to move on. We are all perfectly happy still boycotting Bud Light. And this ad does absolutely nothing to stop that. Let's watch this ad in one moment. First, of course, I have to sell you something. The US dollar has lost 85% of its value since the 1970s when the dollar decoupled from gold, and the government seems bent on continuing this tradition. From now until after the next election, the government can print as much money as they want. The last time they did that, inflation went up 9%. This means one thing: the security of your future and your family's future is all in your hands. Make sure you freeze the value of the wealth that you're currently holding. Invest in gold with Noble Gold Investments. Gold is one asset that is proven to withstand recession, inflation, and just about all economic threats. Noble Gold Investments is here to help you if you want to invest in gold. You also get a 24-karat 1/4 ounce gold standard coin for free. Go to noblegoldinvestments.com right now, noblegoldinvestments.com, the only gold company that I trust. It's a good ad. I mean, it's a fine ad if everyone didn't hate Bud Light. But because we do all hate Bud Light, they can't just join the summer party and expect everybody to just pretend we're still cool. It's like as if an old friend comes to stay at your place for a few nights and he gets drunk and he burns the place to the ground, and the police come and the fire department. You've got to deal with all the insurance, and all your sentimental stuff from your childhood's gone. Even your dog died in the fire. Then a week later, the guy comes to the summer party and acts like nothing ever happened. He doesn't apologize. He doesn't even mention it. He just carries on as normal. In fact, he's blasting music and cracking jokes and dancing and acting silly and trying to flirt with your wife and make it a big old scene, trying to make himself the center of attention. And now everybody feels awkward because they all hate him, but he's carrying on like a dang fool and acting oblivious. And obviously he wants everybody to just forget about it and for everything just go back to normal, but it can't. You burn down your buddy's house, man. And that's what this ad is. This ad is the annoying friend who ruined your life and now pretends it never happened. And okay, Bud Light didn't ruin anyone's life, but they certainly messed up royally. And now they're pretending like it never happened. And it's just cringe. This video has 306,000 views, 38,000 dislikes, and only 853 likes. Yeah. Okay. That is pathetic. That's terrible. That is embarrassing. And go ahead and read some of the comments underneath that video. Go ahead and switch over to that video when you're done with this and read the comments. It's hilarious. People hate Bud Light like royally. And this video is just the core of their campaign. Bud Light has been super busy on social media. They've been taking this ad and they pulled screenshots from it. They made a bunch of like little memes about it and stuff like that. And it's all cringe. All of these memes and stuff, they're terrible. Look at this one. Me, the old razzle dazzle. What does that even mean? Here's another one. Oh, look at this guy. Can't open the keg. Hilarious. And this one, work email, family group chat, spam call, beer delivery. Kind of clever, kind of funny, but we hate you, Bud Light. Bud Light is taking this whole PR disaster way too lightly, if you'll pardon the pun. They've tried a little nostalgia, bringing back the Bud Light Knight. This is a mascot that I'm old enough to remember, and I still don't remember it. So look, they're just trying hard, but they're actually trying too hard. They're trying so hard that it comes across as desperate and pathetic. Desperation is not attractive, Bud Light. This is not the way to get people to like you. Here's what they need to do. And I've mentioned this before, even in my parody video, I mentioned this, but I'll mention it again, more clearly in this case, because Bud Light people might be watching this video. They need to say, we messed up. That's it. They won't get back all their customers, but they will get back some. But here's the problem. They can never do this because for a full mea culpa, they would have to say, we do not support the politics of trans activists. They would have to say, we understand why you guys don't like us. By using Dylan Mulvaney as a sponsor, we implied that we support the highly unpopular political positions of trans activists, such as puberty blockers, activist teachers brainwashing kids and hiding it from the parents, men competing in women's sports, exposing children to this stuff with Drag Queen Story Hour and with grotesque, sexually explicit books in public schools, and all the other stuff around this issue that most Americans find repugnant. Bud Light would have to come out and explicitly state that they do not support that stuff. In fact, I think at this point, they might even need to condemn these things. And Bud Light will never do this. Budweiser will never do this. Anheuser-Busch will never do this. You know, there's some kind of weird cult of corporate culture that has infected American companies where they all feel like they got to support LGBTQ crap all the time. And yes, the ESG score and stuff like that play into it, but it's bigger than that, I think. It's a cultural thing. If your company isn't fully on board with the LGBTQ crap, it's like you're on the outs or something. You're not one of the cool kids. I'm not really sure what that is exactly, but companies are simping hard for leftist activists these days, and it is bizarre. So look, I don't know how Bud Light climbs out of this. The only way I can see them salvaging their brand is by pivoting completely to being the official beer of the LGBTQ community. That might do it. It's either that or say, we messed up, guys. These are not our values. We are an American beer company and we respect traditional American values. And as I said, that is very unlikely. So what do you think, guys? Can the Bud Light brand be saved, or is it good night for Bud Light? Let me know in the comment section below. And remember, it's not that liberal friends are ignorant. It's just that it's clearly end times and everyone has gone crazy. Good night.
President Washington began this tradition in 1790 after reminding the nation that the destiny of self-government is finally staked on the experiment entrusted to the hands of the American people.